Welcome to Great Lives. I'm Daniel. Here, we honor individuals whose journeys shaped history and inspired millions. Their courage, talent, and dedication left a lasting mark across generations. Join us as we revisit their stories from film, music, sports, and culture, celebrating lives that continue to inspire and remain unforgettable through time. There's no reliable confirmation that the professional wrestler Van Hammer, Mark Hildreth, has passed away. He is still generally listed as living in available public records and historical profiles, and no verified major news source has reported his death. Van Hammer is best known for his time in World Championship Wrestling, WCW, during the 1990s, where he was introduced with a rock-inspired persona and became part of the promotion's shift toward more character-driven entertainment. Trained by respected veterans, he brought strong physical presence and a distinctive style that made him recognizable during a highly competitive era of wrestling. Over time, his character evolved, including involvement with darker storylines and factions such as Raven's Flock, reflecting WCW's changing creative direction in that period. While his career had ups and downs, he remained a memorable part of a transformative era in professional wrestling, when larger-than-life personas and experimental storytelling shaped the industry's identity. Rather than a confirmed passing, his legacy is generally viewed through his contributions to 1990s wrestling culture and the unique character work he brought to WCW programming. The music world is reflecting on the passing of Ross, the Boss, Friedman, who reportedly died at the age of 72 after a battle with ALS. His contribution to heavy music spans decades, and his influence remains deeply embedded in both metal and punk history. As the founding guitarist of Manowar, he helped build a sound defined by powerful, driving riffs and an unmistakably larger-than-life intensity. The band's identity was shaped in part by his aggressive yet precise guitar work, which became a signature element of their early success and global recognition. Before his heavy metal legacy, Friedman also played a pivotal role in the early punk scene as a founding member of the Dictators. His guitar style in that era carried a raw, energetic edge that contributed to the band's rebellious spirit and helped influence the development of punk's early sound. Across both genres, he was admired for his technical ability and the emotion he brought into every performance. Fans and fellow musicians alike remember him for a style that was both powerful and expressive. His music continues to resonate, keeping his legacy alive through generations of listeners. Patrick Muldoon, widely known as a 90s television favorite, has passed away at the age of 57, leaving behind a career that spanned television, film, and production work. He first gained widespread recognition through his roles in popular series such as Melrose Place and Days of Our Lives, where his screen presence and charismatic performances helped him build a strong and loyal fan following during the peak of his early career. He also expanded into film, appearing in the cult science fiction movie Starship Troopers, which further showcased his versatility beyond television drama. Over the years, Muldoon continued working in the entertainment industry, taking on both acting and producing roles, and remained actively involved in developing new projects. At the time of his passing, he was associated with upcoming film work, reflecting his continued passion for storytelling and cinema. Colleagues and collaborators often described him as someone who brought energy and commitment to his work, both on and off screen. His passing marks the end of a recognizable presence from a defining era of 90s television and film, but his work continues to remain part of pop culture memory for audiences who grew up watching him. Mary Beth Hurt, the acclaimed American actress known for her quiet intensity and refined emotional range, has passed away at the age of 79. She died at an assisted living facility in Jersey City, New Jersey, after living with Alzheimer's disease. Her passing marks the end of a career that was consistently shaped by restraint, sensitivity, and deeply felt performances. Hurt first gained widespread recognition for her role in Interiors, where she starred alongside Diane Keaton in Woody Allen's acclaimed drama. Her performance stood out for its controlled emotion and natural authenticity, helping establish her as a distinctive presence in American cinema. She later appeared in notable films such as The World According to Garp, The Age of Innocence, and 6 Degrees of Separation, each time bringing a quiet, emotional precision that elevated the stories around her. Rather than relying on dramatic excess, She built her craft on subtle gestures and internal depth, creating characters that felt grounded and profoundly human. Her work consistently reflected a rare understanding of silence and emotional nuance, earning her lasting respect from audiences and peers alike. Mary Beth Hurt leaves behind a legacy of thoughtful, restrained artistry that continues to influence actors and filmmakers who value honesty and emotional truth in performance. 25 years ago this week, Ann Sothern passed away at the age of 92, closing a remarkable chapter in entertainment history, yet her influence still lingers in a subtle, lasting way. She was never just a performer on screen. She carried a natural warmth that made audiences feel as though they truly knew her. Through her work, she became a comforting figure who effortlessly connected with viewers across different generations. One of her most memorable creations was Maisie, a lively and resilient character she portrayed in a popular film series and later on radio. With this role, she blended humor and emotional depth, giving the character a sense of authenticity that resonated strongly with audiences. Her transition to television only strengthened her legacy. In shows like Private Secretary and The Ann Sothern Show, she brought intelligence, charm, and quiet strength to every performance. Each role felt personal, as if she was sharing genuine fragments of her own spirit with viewers. Even years after her passing, her work continues to feel familiar and comforting, leaving behind a legacy that remains both graceful and enduring in the world of classic entertainment. In modern entertainment history, few figures have shaped popular music and television competition formats as strongly as Simon Cowell. Known for his blunt feedback and sharp business instincts, he rose from an entry-level position in the music industry to become one of the most influential talent scouts and television producers in the world. His career spans record labels, artist management, and global franchises such as American Idol, The X Factor, and Got Talent, where he helped redefine how audiences discover new performers. While often portrayed as a harsh critic, Cowell's methods were rooted in a deep understanding of what makes music commercially successful and emotionally resonant with audiences. Over decades, he transformed unknown contestants into international stars, including acts such as One Direction, Leona Lewis, and Susan Boyle. His journey was not linear, marked by early setbacks, professional uncertainty, and reinvention across multiple decades of the entertainment business. Despite criticism, his influence on modern pop culture is undeniable. This account explores his rise, challenges, and legacy in shaping reality television and the global music industry. His story also reflects broader changes in entertainment, where television formats became global exports, and audience participation reshaped how fame is created and sustained across different markets worldwide. His influence continues to be studied in media culture and music business analysis as a defining example of how personality-driven television can transform ordinary performers into international entertainment brands over time. Across global entertainment modern history, early family foundations and childhood influences, Simon Cowell grew up in a relatively privileged household in Hertfordshire, England, but his early life was marked more by emotional distance than material hardship. His father, Eric Cowell, worked in the music industry, while his mother, Julie Brett, had a background in dance and social life. Despite financial comfort, Cowell often described a lack of emotional expression at home, which shaped his personality and later approach to criticism. At school, he was not considered an outstanding student and struggled with authority, preferring independence over strict academic structure. After completing his education, he entered the music industry through an entry-level position at EMI Music Publishing, starting at the bottom of the ladder. This early experience exposed him to the inner workings of the recording business and taught him how decisions were made behind the scenes. These experiences helped shape Simon Cowell's understanding of talent identification and commercial success within the evolving British music industry landscape. Even at this stage, he was beginning to develop the sharp judgment that would later define his career in global entertainment television formats. He observed patterns in what audiences responded to most strongly across different genres and production styles. Building foundational industry instincts sharpened. First steps in the music industry. Simon Cowell's early career began at EMI Music Publishing, where he started in a modest mailroom position and gradually learned the structure of the industry. Although the job was not glamorous, it allowed him to observe producers, executives, and artists interacting in real business environments. he quickly realized that success in music was less about pure talent and more about market timing and audience demand. After gaining experience, he briefly left EMI to explore independent ventures, though early attempts did not achieve significant commercial success. He later returned to the company, taking on greater responsibilities and continuing to build relationships within the industry. This period was essential in developing his understanding of how artists were signed, promoted, and positioned for commercial success. He also began forming connections that would later support his transition into A&R roles and record label leadership. During these formative years, Cowell developed a reputation for being observant, commercially focused, and willing to challenge conventional industry thinking when evaluating new artists and potential hits. These insights became the foundation for his later success in identifying market-friendly music acts that resonated with mass audiences. He learned to prioritize commercial appeal over critical approval consistently in decision-making. First ventures and early failure. Cowell's first major entrepreneurial step came when he co-founded Fanfare Records, marking his transition from employee to independent music executive. The label initially found success with novelty pop acts, achieving several chart hits in the United Kingdom. These early wins gave Cowell confidence and visibility within the industry, allowing him to expand his ambitions. However, changing market trends in music consumption soon led to declining demand for the label's style of releases. As commercial performance weakened, financial pressures increased, and the company eventually ceased operations, leaving Cowell facing significant setbacks. This period became one of the most challenging phases of his early career, forcing him to reassess his approach to the music business. He experienced financial strain and professional uncertainty, returning to more modest roles within the industry. Despite these setbacks, he maintained a belief that mainstream audiences ultimately determined musical success more than critics did. This insight later became central to his philosophy in talent development and television production. These experiences ultimately shaped his resilience and reinforced his focus on commercially driven entertainment strategies that prioritized audience response over critical opinion. He prepared for a second industry comeback with renewed determination and strategic focus on mainstream success. Return home and rebuilding philosophy. After the collapse of his early business ventures, Cowell returned to his family home, a period that deeply influenced his outlook on failure and recovery. This time marked a turning point, where he began reassessing his priorities within the entertainment industry. He realized that chasing traditional critical approval was less important than building commercially successful entertainment products. Cowell began focusing on understanding audience behavior, studying what types of acts and performances gained widespread popularity. He took on consulting roles in small projects, rebuilding his professional reputation step by step. He gradually rebuilt confidence through consistent involvement in music production and artist development activities. Industry perception of Cowell slowly shifted as some of his later decisions began generating significant commercial returns. These results helped restore his credibility and positioned him for larger opportunities in record production and talent management. He refined a philosophy centered on mass appeal, simplicity, and strong emotional connection in popular music. This approach would later become the foundation of his television and music empire. Cowell's resilience during this period defined his long-term career trajectory and shaped his reputation as a decisive and commercially driven entertainment executive. He emerged more focused and strategically disciplined than before. Breakthrough in music industry. During the 1990s, Cowell's work with BMG Records marked his major breakthrough in the music industry. He began identifying commercially viable acts that others in the industry often underestimated or dismissed. One of his key strategies was focusing on audience-driven music rather than critical approval. This approach led to significant success with acts such as Robson and Jerome, whose albums achieved unexpected commercial performance. He later achieved global recognition through Westlife, an Irish boy band that became one of the most successful pop groups of its era. Westlife produced multiple chart-topping singles and albums, selling millions of records worldwide and establishing Cowell as a leading industry figure. His reputation shifted from struggling entrepreneur to successful music executive with a strong commercial track record. He continued to refine his ability to predict audience preferences and identify market-ready talent. This skill became central to his later success in television-based talent shows. Cowell's growing influence in the industry positioned him for a transition into television, where he would apply his music industry expertise to discovering and shaping new performers on a global stage for mass audiences worldwide. Successfully expanded reach, Pop Idol, and TV reinvention. The creation of Pop Idol marked Simon Cowell's transition from music executive to television personality. The show introduced a format where public voting determined the winner, changing how talent competitions were produced. Cowell became known for his direct and often harsh judging style, which contrasted with traditional television critics. Audiences responded strongly to his honesty, and the show quickly gained massive popularity across the United Kingdom. The format emphasized real-time competition and emotional storytelling, making contestants more relatable to viewers. Cowell's role on the show elevated his public profile and established him as a defining figure in modern entertainment television. He helped shape a new era of talent competitions that combined music industry expertise with audience participation. The success of the show demonstrated that viewers were willing to invest emotionally in contestant journeys. This format became a blueprint for future reality television competitions worldwide. Cowell's success with Pop Idol encouraged international adaptations and laid the foundation for his expansion into global television franchises that would later dominate multiple entertainment markets. He expanded the concept internationally with strong industry partnerships across major television networks, creating a scalable entertainment model for global audiences everywhere and long-term commercial success. American Idol global fame. The launch of American Idol in the United States marked Simon Cowell's rise to global fame. The show became one of the most watched television programs in American history within its first season. Cowell's straightforward judging style quickly became a defining feature of the program. Audiences were drawn to his blunt honesty, which contrasted with more encouraging television personalities. The show helped launch the careers of major artists such as Kelly Clarkson, Carrie Underwood, and Jennifer Hudson. These artists went on to achieve significant commercial success and critical recognition in the music industry. Cowell became one of the most recognizable television figures in the world during this period. He was frequently discussed in media outlets and became a cultural reference point for entertainment critique. The success of the show influenced global television networks to adopt similar talent competition formats. Cowell's presence on American Idol helped bridge British and American entertainment markets, strengthening his international brand and paving the way for further expansion into global television production and artist development. He became a defining figure in reality television, globally shaping modern entertainment culture through influential talent discovery formats and global audience engagement strategies across multiple international television markets today, with globally recognized influence today. X Factor empire building. The creation of the X Factor marked another major evolution in Simon Cowell's television career. The show expanded on the talent competition format by including groups and older contestants. It became known for discovering major global acts such as One Direction, Little Mix, and Fifth Harmony. Cowell's involvement ensured that the show maintained a strong focus on commercial viability and audience appeal. The program became a global success and was adapted in multiple countries around the world. It generated numerous chart-topping artists who went on to achieve significant international recognition. Cowell's production approach emphasized simplicity, emotional connection, and strong storytelling. This formula proved highly successful in both television ratings and music sales worldwide. He became one of the most influential producers in global entertainment television. Cowell's leadership in the X Factor established a scalable entertainment model that could be replicated across different regions, allowing him to expand his influence far beyond the United Kingdom into Europe, North America, and other international markets, while maintaining consistent audience engagement and commercial success across formats. Cowell's influence extended into global entertainment strategy and format development, shaping television production worldwide through successful franchise expansion and audience-driven television formats. Got Talent franchise expansion. The Got Talent franchise represented Simon Cowell's expansion into a broader entertainment format beyond singing competitions. It included performers from all backgrounds such as dancers, magicians, comedians, and novelty acts. The format allowed for greater diversity and unpredictability in talent discovery. The show became a global success and was adapted in numerous countries. It helped create internationally recognized acts and expanded Cowell's influence in television production. Cowell's emphasis on audience participation ensured the format remained highly engaging. The franchise generated significant commercial revenue and became one of the most successful reality television brands. It established a long-lasting template for global talent competition shows. Cowell's creative direction influenced how entertainment franchises were structured internationally. The success of Got Talent reinforced Cowell's position as a leading figure in global television production, enabling him to scale entertainment formats across different markets while maintaining strong audience engagement and consistent commercial performance worldwide. Cowell's strategy emphasized adaptability and scalable entertainment systems designed for international television markets, allowing consistent replication across regions and maintaining audience appeal globally, while driving long-term growth through entertainment franchise expansion, strengthening his position as a global entertainment architect across multiple television industries and evolving formats worldwide. Legacy and lasting impact. Simon Cowell's career represents one of the most significant transformations in modern entertainment history, evolving from music industry worker to global television producer. His journey highlights how persistence, strategic thinking, and understanding audience behavior can redefine success in creative industries. Through television formats such as Pop Idol, American Idol, The X Factor, and Got Talent, he reshaped global entertainment culture. He played a key role in discovering and promoting artists who achieved worldwide commercial and critical success. At the same time, he faced criticism for his blunt style, yet it became a defining element of his brand. Cowell's influence extends beyond television, shaping how talent is discovered, packaged, and presented in the modern entertainment landscape. His impact continues to be felt across global media, where talent competitions remain a dominant format. He demonstrated how entertainment could be both commercially successful and culturally influential at the same time. Cowell's legacy is defined by his ability to merge business strategy with entertainment creativity. He built a global entertainment empire that continues to influence television formats, music production, and talent discovery systems worldwide. His work remains a reference point for modern entertainment innovation and global media development practices across worldwide industries.